you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another TNINews video. We've got a lot to cover today, so let's just hop right into it. So first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was the news of a new Marvel Select 7-inch scale comic book based modern Thanos figure. Now this figure will be a Disney store exclusive, and I want to harp on this. This is a Disney store, not a Disney park. It will be available. I've confirmed this with Diamond Select Toys. It will be available eventually at all Disney stores and their website, so you don't have to resort to outrageous eBay auctions trying to charge you over $100 for this figure. It's going to cost $30. It should be available, start showing up at stores. Right now it's just started to show up at the parks, and that's where the miscommunication has come in, that some people thought it was just a Disney park exclusive, but again, it's not. It will be available at all Disney stores, just like all the previous Marvel Select figures. Now this figure is going to retail for about $30, and we'll have two head sculpts. It'll have one with the helmet on and one with the helmet off. Definitely this Thanos has a nice big giant smile, and he's wearing his modern costume. This is comic book based. It looks kind of similar to what we see in the movie and stuff, but this is a comic book based figure, not a movie one. I don't think Diamond Select Toys is going to be doing a movie Thanos this year. We've seen the 3 Marvel Select figures they're doing for Infinity War. Now if Thanos is in the next Avengers movie, then maybe they'll be able to do Thanos then, but again, I wouldn't count on them doing a movie Thanos anytime soon. But they are doing this comic book based one, and again, it will be a Disney store exclusive. I suspect it'll start showing up in stores and on their website within a couple weeks. That has been the trend that we've been starting to see with these Disney exclusives, especially like with the toy box figures, where they first show up at the stores at the Disney parks, and then a couple weeks later they start showing up at the regular stores, regular Disney stores, and then their website as well. So again, don't panic. Don't feel like you've got to pay super outrageous prices. I feel this figure will be pretty easily attainable at a normal price, which again should be about $30. So again, you don't need to resort to those really high-end secondary market prices. And if you got this up on eBay, you might want to correct your eBay auction and state that this is just a Disney store exclusive and not a Disney park exclusive. Now here are some images. These images are in-hand images. They haven't actually released official images yet, but these images come from Oscar. He was the first one I saw who managed to grab one of these at the Disney park store, and he posted some images on Instagram. Also, here is a size comparison between the previous Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select Thanos figure, the classic Thanos, with the new one, and this image comes courtesy of Russell D, and you can see here that the size difference, the older Thanos figure is definitely bigger. I guess Thanos has shrunk a little bit in his older age, but still looks like a cool figure. I hope to pick this one up soon so I can review it for you guys. Now, in other Marvel Thanos news, Hot Toys this week released official images for their upcoming 12-inch version of Thanos from the Avengers Infinity War movie. So this one will have an Infinity Gauntlet with LED lights for the Infinity Gems, which is really sweet. And you can see here from this comparison image that the figure is much taller than a regular Hot Toys. Here he is standing next to the upcoming Infinity War Iron Man figure, and you can see he is significantly taller. Now this figure is currently up for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store, and if you're into Hot Toys and 12-inch figures, this one's probably worth checking out. Now while we're on the subject of Marvel and Avengers Infinity War, I just wanted to switch gears a little bit and talk a little bit of movie news. Nothing major here. I just wanted to share the statement that was released by the movie's directors, the Russo brothers. They issued this statement basically asking you guys, myself included, not to share the plot of the movie once we see it. So basically they're indicating that despite all the rumors that are flying around, very few people know the actual plot of this movie, and they want to keep it a secret as long as possible. So even if you go out and see it opening night, they still don't want you going on social media and sharing the details so that everyone can experience essentially the plot for the first time, which is pretty cool. I don't hold my breath, especially when the movie actually opens. That first first day or so, if you don't want to be spoiled, I would probably just recommend you stay off the internet. But as it is, the Russo brothers are basically trying to ask fans out there not to share spoilers, in your videos and on your social media pages and what have you. They want to keep it a secret. Whether we really don't know what happens or not will remain to be seen. A lot of times with these Disney movies, by the time we get to the actual movie, if you've watched all the trailers and TV spots and everything, you've seen practically a good over half of the movie. But as it is, we'll see if they're able to really surprise us or not with this movie. I'm really looking forward to it. I am going to be going to see a screener a couple days before the movie's actually released on April 27th, and I'll post a review, but it will be non-spoiler. I won't post any kind of spoilers at least until probably days, if not weeks, after the movie's release. But hopefully you'll check out my actual non-spoiler review, which will be on marvelousnews.com. Okay, and in other non-Marvel news, and believe it or not, there is actually stuff going on in the toy world beyond Marvel stuff. So first of all, I just wanted to give a quick update about the HasLab sail barge. I talked about this the other day. They did meet their 5,000 backer goal. It has now ended. I did not get one. I couldn't pull the trigger on it and buy one. It's just so much money, and for something I really just don't have space for, I really couldn't justify it. So I did not get one. I'm probably, when it actually comes out, will be bummed, but I did not get one. But they did meet their goal, and they ended up with over 8,000 backers. So that's basically the update. Is I had already told you they'd met the 5,000 goal, but now that it's closed, they ended up with over 8,000 backers for the project. So definitely, I think we'll be seeing more for HasLab. Hopefully we'll hear something in this summer at San Diego Comic-Con, possibly about a Marvel project or a Transformer project or both. If you caught my news a few weeks ago, I had told you how Hasbro had indicated that going forward we could see more than one thing at a time. Like it would be one Star Wars, but then we could see a Star Wars, a Marvel, and a Transformer maybe all running at one time, and like we would see one Star Wars a year, that type of thing. So since this is their first year, I don't know if they will do more this year or they'll wait until next year to do more. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I would definitely like to see what they end up offering in the realm of Marvel stuff. Now, for those of you who enjoyed the first half of the first season for the Netflix series The Toys That Made Us, the second part of season 1 will be returning in 2 months. Now, the second part of season 1 is going to include episodes that focus on Transformers, Hello Kitty, Star Trek, and Lego. And then the series has been picked up for a full season 2. No word on when the second season will debut. I'm guessing probably around the same time as the first half of season 1, which was in December. But again, no actual release date for the second season has been announced. So this week, Good Smile Company announced that they're going to be releasing some Figma alien figures, starting with Big Chap. Now, these are essentially 6-inch scale alien figures, and NECA already does Alien and Predator, and Figma or Good Smile Company is going to be doing Predator 2, so they released a teaser for their Predator, but right now they're just essentially soliciting their first Alien figure, which is based on the Alien from the first movie, and this is painted and designed by artists, and I'm just going to put it up. I'm not going to butcher his name by trying to pronounce it, but he's the one that has actually been working on this figure, and it looks really nice. If you're into aliens and stuff, then I think you'll want to check this out. It looks like the tail is going to be articulated, and you've got like the transparency on the head and everything, and he's got the extending jaw and such. So definitely, if you're into aliens, I mean, NECA does a pretty good job with aliens, so it's going to be hard to top them, but I guess if you like 6-inch as opposed to 7-inch scale, this might be more appealing to you. And again, they are going to be doing Predator as well. We don't really have any details on the Predator figure, but they did release this teaser image. Mezco this week put up for solicitation their Popeye figure. So we had seen this at the previous conventions. I forget which convention this first showed up at, but we knew they were doing a Popeye figure for the 112 Collective line, but now they've released official images, and it is currently up for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store. So this figure, this is based on the classic Popeye cartoon, and it's going to have the dress shirt. It is in blue slacks and brown work boots and a pea coat. and 3 different hats, a captain's hat, a sailor's hat, and a longshoreman's hat. So these are outfits that, you know, he's worn periodically throughout, you know, the various incarnations in the cartoon. He's got, you know, a lot of different looks. I haven't watched a Popeye cartoon in God knows how long, but definitely as a kid, I used to watch the Popeye cartoons all the time. And of course, he's got his spinach, an open can and a closed can of spinach. He's got his pipe. He's got a spike glass, a duffel bag. So, you know, basically all the characteristics and things you would come to expect for Popeye. So this is kind of a unique niche type figure, but I'm sure there's some of you who grew up on Popeye kind of like I did who would be interested in checking this figure out. In other Star Wars news, we've got an in-hand look in the packaging for the upcoming Black Series 6-inch Clone Commander Wolf figure. This figure will be offered as a GameStop exclusive here in the United States. Now, these images come via UK retailer In Demand Toys. So I'm not sure if the figure's seeing release over there early, but it is not currently available yet here in the United States. But again, when it is, it will be a GameStop exclusive. But, you know, for you guys who like all the various clones and stuff, this one is a cool one that you'll probably want to check out. Also, while we're on the subject of clones and GameStop, if you still haven't found your Captain Rex figure, you might want to check your local GameStop store. I've gotten a lot of reports of people finding that figure at GameStop. And then finally, I have some new images to share with you for the upcoming DC Comics Multiverse signature Lynda Carter Wonder Woman figure. So I first told you about this figure back, I believe back in August of last year. We saw some small kind of cruddy images of the figure leak out. But now we've got some better quality images. Now, I don't think these are still final images. I'm not sure if these leaked out or if they were released. These images come via a website called Experience the Wonder, which is a Wonder Woman themed website. And you can see on these images, it's stamped all over it the word preliminary. And that's again because these aren't final images. So at Toy Fair, I was expecting they were going to have this figure on display at Toy Fair, and unfortunately they didn't. And the reason I was told was because they still were waiting on the likeness rights to be approved by, I believe, Lynda Carter herself. And so it may be that they still are waiting for that final approval. And you can see this looks like an early prototype. You've got the lines down the legs there, which I'm sure will be corrected when the final version is released. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But as far as like the face sculpt and overall look of it and everything, this should probably give you a pretty good idea of it. Now, this figure is going to, you know, if you're not familiar with this new signature line, these cost $25. They here in the United States, at least, they retail for about $25, or going to retail for about $25. I'm not sure if they've actually even seen, the first two have even actually seen release here in the United States yet. They saw a release out in Canada, and again, I'm not sure if they've actually started to hit any place here in the US yet. But when they do, they will cost retail for about $25 each. The first two figures in the line were the Val Kilmer Batman Forever Batman figure and the John Wesley Shipp Flash figure from the 90s TV series, both of which I've reviewed, and if you haven't checked those out, you should. I'll put a link to those reviews in the video description below. Now these figures they're about 6.5 inches tall, so they are a little bit taller than a regular DC Multiverse figure, and they also generally have better articulation than a regular Multiverse figures. The articulation on these figures are much more in par with a Hasbro modern Marvel Legend figure. Now, they still don't have ankle pivot, unfortunately, but still, for the most part, they are better articulated than most of your regular Multiverse figures. And then also, I'm assuming this figure it's supposed to be released in August, and I'm assuming it's going to be released along with that Batman Returns Danny DeVito Penguin figure that we saw the prototype of at Toy Fair. So I'm guessing this is essentially the second wave, the Wonder Woman and the Penguin figure. Now this figure is said to come, it's going to come with the display base that has a flight stand on it and a little backdrop on it like we've seen with the other figures, and we'll have a cape, the red cape with the stars and stripes like you see, or it's not pictured here, but you know, in the TV series that she had that cape on sometimes. So it's going to include that, and it's going to come with her lasso. I'm assuming that I mean, you can see on this image that she's got the lasso attached to her belt there, but that doesn't look like it's removable. Maybe that'll change, or hopefully they'll include a lasso that's, actually she can hold in her hands of some type. I'm, assuming that it will, since it's listing it as an actual accessory. And then also we'll have multiple pairs of hands. Okay, so that's it for the news. Now, if you're sitting there and you're admiring my threads here, my legendary collector t-shirt, this is a Shartimus Prime original, and if you want to pick one up for yourself, I'll put a link to his website where he's selling these in the video description below. It does kind of help go towards supporting his channel, so if you're not into just the flat-out donating for Patreon or what have you, this is kind of a cool way where you get something in return. Also, just a quick update, I have mailed out the prizes for my 40,000 subscriber contest. So the Avengers Infinity War box that went to Southern Cal collector, and if you're thinking it's being mailed out to California, you're incorrect, but it has been mailed, and he should be getting his box in a couple of days. And then the Vision and Scarlet Witch 2-pack, that one's heading all the way out to the United Kingdom. I did open that one up to international viewers, and so not unfortunately, but just to say though that it cost me more to ship the figure than it was to actually buy the figure, but that's okay. So that's going out to Joe in the UK, and that one will probably take a little bit longer to get to him, but it is on its way. So I just wanted to let those guys know. And again, big thank you for helping me get over 40,000 subscribers. We are now on our way to 50,000. Last time I checked, we were getting close to about 41,000 subscribers. So 1,000 subscribers in just the last couple weeks is not too bad. Hopefully we can get to 50,000 within a couple of months. I really do appreciate your guys' support, especially when you watch all my videos, not just the news videos, but my review videos as well. Yesterday I posted a review of the new Jurassic World Tyrannosaurus Rex figure from Mattel. Hopefully you'll check that out. That'll be hitting shelves on April 16th. Also, I've been reviewing a bunch of Star Wars Black Series figures, the new Solo movie figures and stuff, so hopefully you check that out. I've got some exciting stuff coming up this week. I've got the new Boba Fett toy box figure, the Disney exclusive toy box figure, and Luke Skywalker. I've got the Tamasi Nations Magna Realization Captain America figure, the Samurai Captain America I'm going to be reviewing. I've got, on Thursday, I'm hoping to have that Walgreens exclusive Silver Surfer figure that started showing up in Mexico, which I talked about in the last news video. I'm hoping to have that figure in hand on Thursday to get you a review of that one. So, hopefully you check all those videos out. I do really appreciate the support. Also, I will probably be doing another news video later in the week. This weekend is the C2E2 convention, and I am expecting a few toy reveals from that convention. Diamond Select Toys will be there, and I believe they're going to be showing off their new John Wick 7-inch scale Select figure that I've talked about in the past. It was announced at Toy Fair, but they didn't actually show it off. And they might have a couple other reveals. Maybe they'll reveal some of their Marvel Select Avengers Infinity War figures. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Also, Bluefin Distributors will be there, so they might have some new Mortal Kombat figures from Storm Collectibles. I don't know. They might just end up showing the same stuff they had at Toy Fair. I don't know. But if there are significant reveals, first of all, we'll have updates made on the websites, toynewseye.com and marvelousnews.com, and then we'll try and get another news update this weekend. So, stay tuned for that. And let me know what you think about all the things we discussed today in the comments section below. I love hearing your thoughts. If you're so inclined, please like this video. And of course, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below. I really do appreciate it. You can also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch accounts. It's a great way to just kind of keep track of everything that's going on, especially since YouTube is sometimes iffy with their notifications. I'll put links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later.